Yo, what's going on, y'all? 805 Just here, the real Capri Sun, Mr. Cranberry Funk. I still have all my wisdom teeth. The Prince of Patagonia, Commodore of the Coast Guard, Ventura, California is the place on my birth certificate. Shout out to the 805. Shout out to everybody within Ventura County. If you're in Oxnard, Camarillo, if you're in Ojai, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere in Ventura County, the real 805. Shout out to you. Everybody on the West Coast touching the Pacific Ocean. Let's just get right into it. Just finished dinner and saw this on Twitter. Saw this on Twitter earlier. And I got to talk about it because it's one of those things that it's like, yo, again, let me just read the situation here. NFL superstar Tyreek Hill is used to racking up big numbers on the field, but the stats involved in the wideout's divorce proceedings are every bit as eye-popping. I'm reading this from an article, of course. Tyreek Hill's 15-month marriage to Keeta Vaccaro has become a pricey fumble for the 8-time Pro Bowler who was about to start his 4th year with the Dolphins. He's paying his ex-wife between $20,000 and $50,000 per month on top of a one-off check for $500,000, according to court filings. Let's see, the $500,000 is going to cover her legal fees for the divorce. And it looks like they also get she also gets to keep their former home, which is a condo in Miami that's on the waterfront worth $5.5 million. It looks like she's 29 years old. She filed for divorce back in April. And I remember this because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, she called the police regarding some type of assault situation, some type of domestic situation occurred, and she ended up calling the police, which, of course, put Tyreek Hill in the news for a negative reason. Most of us who pay attention to NFL football and, players off the field and whatnot, we're very familiar with Tyreek Hill and his, what's the word here? What will we say about Tyreek? His off the field, I don't know, shenanigans, off the field endeavors, I guess, if you want to say. If I'm not mistaken, allegedly, because I don't want to get sued, allegedly, supposedly, Tyreek Hill has like 10 kids, 10 or more kids. Allegedly, these 10 kids are by multiple different women. Allegedly, he's got multiple baby mamas. And, things looked a little bit different when he ended up getting married, over a year ago. I remember when it first happened, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe the Dolphins, what were the Dolphins on? I think they were on Hard Knocks. I think whenever they got married or were getting ready to get married, the Dolphins were on Hard Knocks. I remember watching it on HBO. And this was before Tyreek Hill and this young lady got married, if I'm not mistaken. They were either engaged or they were dating and, preparing to become engaged and then married. So that's crazy. That's a lot of money. I'm not mad at it because, listen, man, you got to make wise decisions. And this is not just, from a business perspective, but from a relationship perspective. It said in the article, and I didn't know too much about her before this. I just remember when, they popped up, publicly on social media. Apparently she's known or is a fitness influencer, something like that. So she could retire now. Let's be real. She could retire. She could never work a day in her life for the rest of her life, or at least for the next 18 years. Wait, do they have a kid together? You know what? I don't think they have a kid together, actually. Let me erase that. Let me rewind on that. So forget the 18 years. At least for a good while, if she's smart with her money, if she makes some good investments and, doesn't spend it all on, expensive bags and heels and all that type of stuff that some women like, she should be all right. $500,000 cash straight to the account. And then between $20,000 and $50,000 a month, she should be just fine. So another lesson Tyreek Hill is learning, or hopefully is learning. It's disappointing, of course. And, for him, this is another lesson that he seems to be being taught or learned publicly. So, NFL season starts on Thursday. Today is Monday. So the NFL season starts in a few days, the official regular season. So this is just another distraction, of course, for the Dolphins and Tyreek Hill. So we will see how he performs this season. But I know that is something to really think about, that's going to be on his mind for a while he's making these payments and trying to focus on, playing his wide receiver position and, being a good asset for the Miami Dolphins. So, we'll see what happens this season as far as, his football playing goes. But off the field, he's going to be he's going to be paying a big chunk to his ex-wife. So, that's crazy. Had to talk about that. Not anything too major, just, a real quick blurb, because that news broke today, if I'm not mistaken, a few hours ago. That's nuts. Hey, fellas, be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be a millionaire for it to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, women, y'all be careful as well. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be a millionaire for this to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you live in California like me, it can go both ways. The man can end up paying and get a nice, monthly payment, or the woman, we've seen that, over the years with celebrities, actors, actresses end up paying the ex-husband and he don't got to work for the rest of his life. So y'all just be careful, use wisdom. You know what I'm saying? If you need advice, hey, hit me up. I'm around at 805just on Twitter, at 805.just. That's 805.just on Instagram, on IG. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all the most. I'll be in front of the camera again soon. Life just been life, and y'all, you know what I'm saying? Life been busy, and I've been, doing life, you know what I'm saying? Surrounded by family and helping family and, no pat on the back type stuff. But, hey, got to be there for family and loved ones. So that's what it is. And I appreciate y'all as always. Peace.
The gigantic going out of business sale at Circuit City has reached the final days. Get total liquidation prices on absolutely everything, like 25% off notebook and desktop computers. Take a whopping 30% off all plasma TVs, digital camcorders, and digital cameras, including SLR. Save 40% on CDs and DVDs, software, phones, faxes, shredders, and more. Get 50% off all furniture, phone accessories, and select mobile audio. Don't wait until it's over. Shop now during the final days of the Circuit City going out of business sale.